What is the DIGA process?
DIGA is something really new, and I think it's also quite innovative if you compare it to other countries in Europe, for example. I mean, DIGA is dedicated to, it's called digital applications, and there's a dedicated process as well here for that now, that we get as well more digitalized in healthcare in Germany, right?
The new world in Germany.
Yes, exactly. I mean, let's see, right? I mean, also here, it's the request to get a clinical trial and show your evidence, but it's a dedicated kind of process. If you don't have, for example, clinical trial evidence now, you could also deliver it while already being reimbursed, for example. And at the same time, then as the second step, that's very similar to drugs, for example, you also need to negotiate then a price or an overall budget for your app in a way.
So if I would create an app that tracks my heart rate or whatever, then this would apply.
Exactly. I mean, there are a couple of requirements, but if something like that you would basically develop, this would most likely be applicable to the DIGA process.
Okay, so the DIGA process, is that very similar or quite different to the AMNOG process?
It is quite similar, but it's not exactly the same. I think it's a bit more pragmatic, I think. Okay. Also keeping in mind that I think a lot of digital applications are not being produced by the big companies, right?
Yeah.
Some yes, but most of them are basically coming out of startups or smaller companies. And I think that was taken as well into account in the decision-making process. And at the end of the day, digital applications cannot harm you, right? Which is a big difference to drugs. If you take a drug, the safety is very important. If you maybe track your heart rate or whatever, it's important that it works, right? But it will not hurt you.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, exactly.
Terminator.
Not yet, that's right.